Can you hear me now, or do I need to switch the?
That's okay.
Just a minute. Is that okay? Better?
Yeah.
Cool. Right, let's start lying down. That sounds like a good place to start this evening. Find a comfortable reclined position. Legs and arms can be wherever you want them to be. Let the body get heavy down onto your mat. The eyes either closed or focusing the gaze softly onto one point. And just with your natural breath, allow the breath to settle everything down, to let go of your day. And bring your attention to the crown of the head. Slowly move the attention down the body, working your way eventually to your toes, to your fingertips. As you do this, check in, notice anything that's coming up for you, release any tension. Allow the awareness to move slowly and freely. Every time you get distracted away from the body scan, bring the awareness back to the body. And when you finish the scan, take a step away from the physical body. Notice your mood, your energy, your frame of mind. Know that it's your practice, so make it your own. Feel free to rest when you need to. You can skip as many of the vinyasas as you like. Child's pose is always a great option. Modify when you need to. If you've got some oomph, then you might make it a little bit more challenging for yourself. If they're not there already, bring the hands to rest somewhere on the torso, maybe one hand on the belly, one hand on the heart. The awareness into your mind, and there is the opportunity to set an intention. Let that be for whatever serves you today or this week or this build up to the festive period. We'll take an inhale together. And send out your intentions with your exhale. And bring the knees in towards the chest. And take some rocks and rolls from side to side. And then with your hands on your knees, draw some circles. Circling the knees in opposite direction. You feel this through the hips. And change the direction. We're stirring the knees around rather than floating the feet around. We'll bring the knees together, thighs together, and push the knees around in the same direction. So you feel this in the lower back. A couple of times in one way. And then switch directions. So knees together, moving together in the other direction. We're going to release both feet down onto the mat. And then extend the right leg up and interlace around the back of the right thigh. We'll take some ankle rolls through the right ankle. And spread the toes out. Change the direction of your ankle rolls. And then point and flex. Come to hold it in the flex position, pushing the heel up, turning the toes down. You can work the leg towards straight and either hold it or maybe some gentle pulsing backwards and forwards. So if that feels good, you do that. If you just want to be still, stay still. Come back to your breath. Breath is smooth and easy. Now we're going to release into figure 4, cross your right ankle over the left thigh. Flex the right foot. Open the right knee up. Either stay here or go ahead and thread the needle. Both hands lace around the back of the left thigh. And just let the left foot dangle down. And you've got that big stretch through the right hip. Take a couple of breaths here. And then release the hands, bring both feet down onto the mat. And we'll switch sides. Kick your left leg up. Interlace around the back of the left thigh. Take your ankle roll, slow, circular movements in one direction. Switch the direction. Point and flex a few times. Hold it in the flex position, pushing the heel up, turning the toes down. Maybe keeping a little bend in the knees, a gentle stretch down the back of the left leg. Stillness or some movement. And then releasing into figure 4, cross your ankle over the right thigh. Open the knee up, flex the foot. Option to thread the needle. You can use your left elbow to nudge the left knee open. Relax the shoulders, relax the face. And some deep breaths into the left hip, the lower back. And then release the hands, bring both feet down. Feet to the edges of the mat with your knees bent. Arms straight out to the sides or elbows bent. On your inhale, roll your knees over to the right. Keep the feet planted at the edges of the mat, not creeping them towards each other. Exhale, knees up towards the ceiling. Inhale, knees over to your left. And continue with that gentle movement, side to side with the breath. Feel the spinal twist. The stretch through the sides, opening through the hips. A couple more times each side. And then bringing the knees back to center, bring them into the chest. Bring your hands behind the knees and we're going to rock up to sit. We're meeting in a comfortable seat, either on your mat or you can sit up on a block. On your next inhale, reach the hands out to the sides, all the way up. Press the palms at the top. Exhale, draw the prayer down. Two more like that. Inhale, feel a big stretch out, up. Exhale, pull the prayer down. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Bring the right hand behind you, twisting to the right. Left hand just resting somewhere on the right leg. Inhale, lift up through the top of the head. Drop the shoulders down. Then turn to your right. Squeeze the belly in and turn. A little bit of leverage with that left hand pushing into the right leg. Take 2 breaths here. The inhale gives you some lift, some space. The exhale, you might turn a bit deeper. On the inhale, we'll come all the way over to the left. Inhale to sit tall. Exhale to turn. Close the eyes, take 3 breaths. And then look forwards. And we'll come forwards to all fours. Wrists under the shoulders, knees under the hips, and spread the fingers out. On your inhale, moving into cow pose, lift the gaze, lengthen the spine. Exhale, round the back and tuck the chin. And then continue to move with your breath. You can hold the stretches if that feels good. You can make it more freestyle if you need to. Take a couple more rounds of breath like this. And then come into a neutral spine, looking straight down in front of the fingertips. So feel that the neck is in a neutral position, shoulders away from the ears. Press into the hands so there's a lift up into the shoulders. Hug the belly in, lengthen the tailbone out behind you. Now tuck the toes and push back to downward facing dog. Lift your sit bones up and back behind you. Nice bend in the knees. Find that length through the spine to start off with. Then go ahead and pedal out the feet. Shake out the head. Easing yourself into downward facing dog. And then come into stillness here, where you're pressing the mat away, sinking the armpits down. Good. Lifting your bum up. And who cares if the legs are straight or bent? We do want the spine to be nice and long. We use an inhale to come forwards into a plank position, and the exhale to release the knees down. Another inhale here just to lift the hips up and lift up into the shoulders, and the exhale to bend the elbows and lower down onto your belly with control. Forehead down, tops of the feet, press down. 3 baby cobras. Inhale to lift the hands and the chest. Exhale, lower down. 2 more. Inhale. Come up any amount. Exhale. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, push up either through the knees or plank position. Exhale, take it back to downward facing dog. Push into the hands, lift the sit bones up. Inhale, forwards to plank. Exhale, release the knees down. And inhale to make everything strong. And exhale to bend the elbows, lower down onto your belly. Inhale, pushing into the hands, lift up to cobra, come up any amount, whatever feels good for you. Exhale, lower down. 2 more like that. Inhale, peel the chest up. Exhale, lower down. 1 more. Inhale, shoulders away from the ears. Exhale. Inhale, push up, knees or plank. Exhale to down dog. Big inhale through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. On your next exhale, look forwards. Step the feet to the top of the mat. Take the feet at least hip width and fold into ragdoll. Nice bend in the knees. Let the head hang heavy. Grab any arm position that you like. Give the head a shake. The toes are nice and long and not holding onto the mat. Start to rock from side to side. Let the weight move through the feet. So transferring the weight from one foot, moving it over to the other foot, and keep the head hanging. Then come to stillness, and then we're going to rock backwards and forwards. Again, let the weight move to the heels, back into the balls of the feet and the toes. Come to stillness. Release the arms down. On your inhale, reverse swan dive. Reach the hands out to the sides. All the way up to the ceiling, reach up, interlace palms, fingers, flip the palms. Press into the feet and then press the hands up. Upper arms squeezing in towards your ears. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, lean over to your right. Inhale to center. Exhale to your left. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. Inhale, center. Exhale, right, left. Inhale, center once more. Exhale, over to your right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, back to center. Reach the fingertips up, stretch up. Exhale, slowly release the arms down by your sides. Tadasana, close the eyes. Scan down from the crown of the head to your toes. Let go of any unnecessary holding. Blink the eyes open. Bring the big toes to touch. Inhale, reach the hands out to the sides, all the way up. Press the palms at the top. Exhale, slowly release the arms back down by your sides. We're moving with the breath, no rush. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, lower down. That movement is mirroring your breath. One more time. Inhale to reach up. And then this time, keep the arms high. Interlace the fingers, flip the palms up. Now feel the weight come into the balls of the feet. The toes are nice and long. We're going to lift up onto tiptoes. Lift the heels up any amount. So you're pressing down, but also reaching up. Now, release your fingers. On the exhale, synchronized, arms and heels lower back down. Kind of. Again, inhale, reach up. Interlace at the top. Flip the palms, stretch up. Relax the shoulders down. Lift up onto your tiptoes. Spread the weight across the balls of the feet and into each of the toes. Now that movement, releasing the arms and the heels down at the same time. We'll do that one more time. Inhale, you reach up. Interlace at the top, flip the palms, stretch up. Come up onto your tiptoes. Hold it here for 2 or maybe 3 breaths. Go with the wobbles. Gaze is fixed on one spot. Then gently release arms and heels back down. Tadasana, arms by the sides. No fidgeting. Smooth out the breath. We're going to move through Sun Salute A, so you can miss out the plank to lowering down and back bend by just going straight back to downward facing dog, or you move into child's pose, whatever you need to do. So inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale to fold forwards. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back to plank. You might miss this out and go to down dog. Take an inhale in your plank. Use the exhale to lower down. Inhale for a back bend, cobra or up dog, any size. Exhale, shift back to down dog. So we've got 5 breaths, down dog or child's pose. Follow each breath in and each breath out. When the mind wanders, come back to your breath. On your next exhale, look forwards. Make your way to the top of the mat. Take a halfway lift, inhale. Forward, forwards with the exhale. Rise up, inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart. Stand tall, be still. Come back to your breath. Arms by the sides. Flowing through again. Inhale to reach up, look up. Exhale to forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale back to plank or down dog. Take an inhale in plank. Exhale, you lower down. Inhaling cobra or up dog, point the toes, the legs are strong. Exhale back to down dog. Full child's pose, 5 breaths. Relax the shoulders. Two more breaths. Use an exhale, look forwards. Make your way to the top of the mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Inhale, rising up. Hands to heart, exhale. Smooth out your breath. We will flow through one more time. Release the hands by the sides. Inhale to reach up. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, down dog or plank. Inhale in plank. Exhale to lower down. Inhale, lifts you into your back bend. Exhale, meeting in down dog for 5 breaths. Follow the breath. Use your next exhale to look forwards. Step or hop, feet to hands. Halfway lift, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Upward salute, rise up, inhale. Hands to heart, exhale. Close the eyes. Stabilize the breath. And remember your intention. Arms by the sides, Tadasana. Moving on. Big toes to touch or the feet are roughly hip width. Inhale, the hands rise up. Exhale, sit down into chair. And squeeze the legs together if they're together. Now bring the arms down by the sides, up like wings, pressing the little fingers up towards the ceiling. So opening up the chest, sink the hips down. Continue to breathe here. You can stay in this position or we're going to come up onto the tiptoes. Pressing into the toe mounds, lift the heels up. Squeeze the legs together, lift the pelvic floor and continue to breathe. The next exhale, fold forwards and release. Heels down, head and hands down. Step straight back to downward facing dog. On your inhale, lift the right leg up, three-legged dog, straight out behind you. Exhale, bring the knee towards the nose and step the right foot through. Give it a big helping hand if you need to. Find your feet in your lunge, legs are strong. We're going to lift the belly off of the front thigh, so lifting up about 45 degrees. Either the arms come like wings by your sides. If you need to support yourself, the hands can rest on the front thigh. There's a lot of weight onto this right leg. Strengthen up through the back leg. 2 more breaths. Anytime you need to modify again, you can drop this back knee down. All good, whatever you need to do. Use your next inhale to reach the hands up, crescent lunge. If you have that back knee lifted, you can bend the knee a little bit, square off the hips. Make that back leg strong again. Relax the shoulders, 2 more breaths. Now we use an exhale to really stretch forward, lean forwards, then place the hands down, kick back to a 3-legged dog, right leg up and back. Give it a shake out. Release the right foot down, downward facing dog, and pause. Sigh out through the mouth if you need to. And then you choose, you can rest here or child's pose or flow through your vinyasa. Inhaling to a plank. Exhale, you lower down. Inhaling cobra or up dog. Exhale back to down dog. Moving on to the second side. Inhale, the left leg lifts. Exhale, steps the left foot through. Find your feet. Press down to lift up just a little bit. Either arms by the sides or hands supporting you on the front thigh. Breathing here. Just check that you're not collapsing and rounding. Open the chest, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Lengthen from the crown of the head all the way to that back heel. Use your next inhale to reach up, crescent lunge. Self-adjust, bending that back knee, squaring the hips off. Stabilize here for 2 breaths. Very good. Always the option to drop the back knee down if you need it. Use your exhale to lean forwards, reach forwards, place the hands down, kick back, 3-legged dog, left leg up and back. Shake it out. Release the left foot down. And pause for a moment. Check in, see how you're doing. See what you need. Resting here or child's pose, or you flow through your own vinyasa with your breath. No rush, no race. Good. When you lower down, bring the elbows into the sides a little bit. Open the chest in your back bend. Meeting in down dog or child's pose for 5 breaths. We meet in down dog if you're ready. On your next exhale, look forwards, move to the top of the mat, take a halfway lift, inhale. Fold in with your exhale. Bring the big toes to touch or keep the feet hip width, chair pose, sit down, reach the hands up. Holding here for 2 breaths. Good. Really good. Maybe you could sit a little bit deeper. Yes. That's more than 2 breaths. On your inhale, stand up, reach up, straighten the legs, slowly lower the arms down by the sides. Be still. Smooth out your breath. Observe what's come up. We're going to flow through that sequence again, not so long holds. Inhale, reach your hands up. Exhale, sit down to chair. Bring the arms by the sides. Option to lift up onto your tiptoes. 2 breaths here. Maybe sit a bit deeper. Use your exhale to fold forwards. Take another breath here. Step back to downward facing dog. Inhale, the right leg lifts, 3-legged dog. Exhale, steps the right foot through. Coming into your lunge. Belly off the front thigh, arms like wings or pressing the hands into the thigh. 1 more breath. Bring the hands into prayer. Feel that right foot on the mat. We're going to transition into warrior 3. So you can step or hop or drag the left foot in and lengthen up. Then you start to hinge forward. And as you hinge forward, the back leg lifts up. You don't just collapse down. You want that length from the crown to the back foot. Take any arm variations you want to play with today. And square off the hips. Very good. Now we're going to step back into that flying lunge. So you have to bend the right knee to be able to place the left foot back. Then the arms come down by your sides or palms pressing into the front thigh. Inhale, reaches the hands up. Exhale, floats the hands down. Kick back to your 3-legged dog, right leg up and back. Now you choose, you could move through a vinyasa, maybe with that right leg lifted, or you rest. Elbows hugging into the sides, good. Lengthen up in your back bend, crown of the head lifting. Really good. Exhale, down dog or child's pose. Stabilize the breath. Meet in down dog if you're ready. Ready to move through on the second side. Modify this as much as you need to. Inhale, the left leg lifts up. Exhale, steps the left foot through. Find your lunge. When you're ready, you press down, lift the belly off the thigh, reach the arms by the sides. Bring the hands into prayer. Step into your warrior 3. Set yourself up. There's no rush. Maybe mix up the arms a little bit on this side. Do something different. Couple of breaths here. Really strong in your standing leg and strong in this back leg. Stepping back into the flying lunge. Bend the left knee, place the right foot down, lean in. Inhale, reach up, crescent lunge. Exhale, float the arms down. Kick back, 3-legged dog, left leg up and back. You decide, rest or flow. Go with your breath. Very nice. Meeting in down dog or child's pose, you've got 5 breaths. breaths. So either from down dog or child's pose, make your way to seated with the legs extended out in front. And take a bend in the knees. Feet are flexed, legs can be together or slightly apart. Just a gentle forward fold. Inhale to lengthen up through the spine. Exhale to squeeze the belly in and tilt forwards. Look down towards the mat so the neck is nice and long and neutral position. See how that feels for you in the lower back, in the backs of the legs. If you want to add on a little bit, you start to creep the heels forward slightly. See how that feels. Keep lengthening forwards, not rounding. Relax the arms and the shoulders. They're not involved here. Be with the sensations that are coming up. Be with your breath. See where it takes you. Two more full breaths. Inhaling to lift up. Bend your right knee. Let the knee roll out to the right. Bring the right foot inside of the left leg. Any position that's comfortable for your knee. So it could be right down towards your ankle, or right up towards the top of the thigh. Find your sit bones. Inhale again to sit tall. Exhale, you fold over that left leg. If you need a bend in the knee, go for it. Left foot is flexed, toes pointing up. Look down towards your shin. So either the hands are just resting on the floor. If that left foot is available to you, you can bring your right hand outside the left foot, left hand inside the left foot, and then pull your breastbone towards the foot. Really feel what's going on. So feel into the back of the left leg, into that right hip, into the lower back. Let go of any tension in the face, the shoulders. Be with the sensations, be with your breath. And your next inhale, rise up. And switch sides. Right leg long, left knee bends, left knee rolls out to the left. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to hinge forwards. Either hands on the mat or crisscross the grip. Close your eyes and breathe. Feel. Use your inhale to lift up. Bring the soles of the feet together, Baddha Konasana. The feet can be in towards you, they could be a little bit further away from you. Spine is long. Inhale to lift and lengthen. Exhale to tip forwards. Just use your elbows to nudge the legs open. Look down towards your feet. Relax the shoulders, the jaw, the face. Deepen the breath. Use your next inhale to sit up and take the legs wide. Legs are straight or bent, feet are flexed. Inhale to sit tall. Exhale, start to walk your fingers forwards till you meet the resistance, and that's where you stop. And you breathe into it. And you adjust into it. You might be able to fold in a bit deeper. You might need to ease off a little bit. Whatever feels best for you. But the arms and the shoulders stay relaxed. Inhale to sit up. Now bend the knees, plant the feet. And make your way down onto your back. Soles of the feet together, knees wide. Supta Baddha Konasana. So just like what we just did, seated, but this time reclined. And if this feels strong on the inner thighs, you can push your feet away from you. You could use blocks or pillows under the thighs to support the legs. And the hands are allowed to rest where they chose to be. Now scan through from your crown. Let the back of the head get heavy. As you scan through, just release the tension. Let the body get very heavy into the mat. No unnecessary tension holding. We're going to take a twist. So bring the legs together. Just shift the hips a little bit over to your left. Roll your knees to the right. Let your right hand rest on the outside of the left thigh. Extend the left arm out to the left and really turn your chest up towards the ceiling. Let your right hand weigh down on that left leg. And make it very heavy and passive. Or even here when you feel tight spots, breathe into them. quietly switch sides. Arrange yourself, knees falling over to the left. Make your adjustments. Let the body soften. Now release and come back to center. So either knock the knees together or come back into Supta Baddha Konasana, soles of the feet together, the knees open wide. And rest one hand onto the lower belly. And rest one hand onto your heart, your chest, your ribs. Start to notice the rise and fall of the abdomen with the breath. We're going to take some 3-part breathing. Bring your awareness down into the lower breathing area beneath your bottom hand. We could say it's from your diaphragm, so the bottom of the ribs to the pelvic floor. And as you breathe in, feel the breath moving in that space. Feel that space expanding and contracting. The awareness is in that lower breathing space. And you inhale into the front, the sides, the back of that lower breathing space. You make the breath as big as feels comfortable for you. Awareness in the lower breathing space. Take 2 more rounds here. And shift your awareness now into the middle breathing space. So that's from the lower ribs up to the collarbones. The front, back, sides, and the middle. The whole of the rib cage. So the awareness is in that space. And as you breathe, feel the breath moving in and out of the middle space. Breathing as deeply as feels comfortable for you. It may be that you feel lots of movement in that particular area. It may be that you don't really feel the breath there, but it doesn't matter. Your awareness is there. Your attention is on this middle area. Just 2 more breaths. And we're going to shift the attention into the upper breathing space. So that's anywhere from your collarbones to the crown of the head. So you might feel it in the throat, you may feel it in the nostrils, the nasal cavity, you may even get a sense of expansion into the head. The awareness is in that upper space, collarbones to the crown of the head, front, back, side, and all of the space inside. So start to breathe with your awareness in that upper breathing space. Always breathing in a way that feels best for you. And following each breath in, following each breath out. You may feel a lot, you may not feel very much. You keep the focused awareness on the upper breathing space. Just taking 2 more breaths. And then we're going to join up all 3 spaces. So breathing all the way down to the pelvic floor, all the way to the crown of the head, out to the sides, the front, the back, and filling up in the middle. We're just here for 5 of your own breaths. And this time you're feeling the whole of the 3 breathing spaces. Spreading the breath out as you breathe in and emptying the breath out with the exhale. Two more rounds of breath. When you're done, let go of any control over the breath. Come back to your natural rhythm. Observe any effects of the breathing practice on the breath, on the mind, on your body. And when you're ready, move into Shavasana. Adjust into it. Make sure you are comfortable and warm. Allow the body to be still. The breath to be calm and natural. Allow the mind to disconnect. And we'll take a few quiet minutes. And I will cue you when it's time to come out of the practice. know you're very welcome to stay in Shavasana for as long as you like. If you're ready to come out, start to deepen the breath. Make the movements that you need. Get back into the body. And when you're ready, bring the knees in. Roll to one side. Make your way up to sit. Press the hands in prayer in front of the heart. And close the eyes. Take a moment to check in, see how you're doing. Bring the thumbs to the third eye and remember your intention. Bow the head to the heart to seal the practice. Namaste. Thank you, everybody.